an academic branding company where I help academics and educators increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And if you're watching this live, feel free to comment, ask questions, share with your friends. And if you're watching the recording of this, feel free to do the same. I always circle back and check the comments and answer questions when I can. Now, the title of today's video is The Best Way Academics Can Learn to Build Their Brand. And I teach three main buckets in terms of building your brand: how to increase your visibility, authority, and income. Income being the key piece, because building a brand is not sustainable unless you're making a lot of money doing it. And by a lot, I mean at least six figures. And so there are three very, very, very important things if you're struggling on your brand building journey. Since there's so much free information out here on YouTube and all of that good stuff, it's hard to make sense of what you should be doing and when you should be doing it. And if your followership is not where it is, sometimes you try things and it doesn't work, or someone promises you a three-step system and you do that system and then it doesn't work, and it could be super frustrating and confusing. And I don't want you to give up. So here are three things that I am going to tell you to do to help you as an academic build your brand as it relates to those three buckets: increasing your visibility, authority, and income. So the first thing is actually taking initiative to go meet people outside of academia. Now, this might sound obvious, but most of us are not doing that. So when I first started with building the Power Your Research company, I started to just reach out to people on LinkedIn that were doing some of the things I wanted to do. And I asked to meet with them. And I would send a message and I would be honest. Hey, I see that you're an academic coach or an entrepreneur, or you have a nonprofit, and it looks like your business is doing really well. I see that you've been in your field for a long time. I'm just starting this company. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I would love to just jump on a call with you. And I would send them the link to my Calendly. Calendly is free. You can have a free account and start setting up 30-minute meetings with people who are already doing the thing you want to do. And because I was doing that so frequently, and by the way, when I would meet with people, I would say, "Hey, I have one final question for you. What's one piece of advice you would give me in terms of entrepreneurship?" So I'd always ask at the end of the call. And I would just meet, like, I would meet with people that own finance companies, all types of things, because I'm an academic. I have a PhD. My business knowledge started at zero. And sometimes I think because we think we have a PhD, we can like just go do anything, and you can, but you actually have to learn how to do it. And so because I was meeting just all of these people on these Zoom meetings, they started to connect me to other people. And then that's how I found my business coach and the Upscale Your Business program, that is the marketing agency that makes a lot of my things work. So that leads me to the second point, which is hire a coach. Now, there are a lot of coaches out here selling a lot of things. So what I'll say about hiring a coach is they're going to help you to reach the goals you want to reach because they've done it before. I've recorded multiple videos of how to choose a coach because they are not all made the same. Just because someone's doing the things you want to do does not mean they know how to teach you how to do it. This is super important. You need to hire a coach that knows how to teach people to get results. So as an academic going on this entrepreneurship journey, because building a brand is entrepreneurship, getting media coverage, visibility, and increasing your income is entrepreneurship. You need to work with a coach that's going to show you how to do it, particularly the monetization piece. But if you're trying to build your brand, a coach that understands how to get media coverage and visibility. And then the third thing you need to do is get into different communities not related to academia, because particularly for my tenure track and tenured professors, your community is just the campus or the conferences that you go to every year, and none of those people are entrepreneurs. But the 99.9% of your academic people don't have big brands, we're not taught to do this. So when I say join communities, like I would hear successful people talk about going to mastermind groups and joining communities. And I got it intellectually. Like, okay, yes, I know I need to join a community, but I did not understand what that meant and why that was important, like on the journey. I know that that was something I had to do, but I didn't know what it meant. And so when I say join a community, here are some examples. So I belong to a couple of co-working spaces. The co-working spaces are specific niche spaces. Particularly the one I'm in is specifically for creatives. So I got to meet other people that were creative like me, that have connection, all types of connections. They do events, they do networking events, they do, including the membership, is just all of these things that allowed me to meet more people. And nothing moves without people. You have to have people on this journey. You just have to. Also, what I mean by communities, if there's like a lot of influencers on Instagram, and there are all types of people that just have all types of programs with communities. You need to join them. And I'm not saying to spend thousands of dollars on them. Like, I'm in one community that is $5 a month. I'm sure everybody watching this video has $5 a month. And this particular community, it's called Night Owl Nation, and it teaches you how to become a better storyteller. If you're building a brand and you're, I don't know, trying to sell people your online course or your coaching thing or whatever it is, you need to know how to tell a story. You need to know how to tell the story behind the thing you've created, the story behind why you even want to build a brand. So the program that I am in is not just for writers. It's for everybody, right? And in that community, there's a lot of different people that I've connected with in the online space. I've actually met one of the members the other day in person for coffee, and they're an entrepreneur, and we can help each other on the path. And so you need to get into communities of people that are not academics, which is why in the Power Your Research program, I connect people. There's a community. I connect different people together so that you can build together, because being in academia is a mindset, right? They teach you a particular mindset that is in direct opposition to the mindset of what an entrepreneur has, and you only learn that by being in other communities. This is how I know that academics don't charge enough for speaking engagements, because I'm in other communities with people who don't have PhDs and master's degrees that charge way more. It's actually kind of sad, but you need to get out of one community into another to understand that. All right. So, those are the three ways that I would suggest for you to start building your brand if you are an academic trying to figure all of this stuff out. Start setting up meetings with people, hire a coach, join some communities outside of academia. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to jump into the 5-day academic challenge to jump start your brand building process and join a community, you are free to do that. I would love to see you in there. The link is somewhere around this video. Otherwise, I hope you have an amazing